Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing my long-awaited drugstore dupes for high-end makeup, which I'm so excited about because I did this a couple years back and I just love these videos because you guys know I love drugstore products, so I'm always looking for dupes because I'm not trying to spend that much money. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and also I'll put my Instagram over here if you want to follow me on there as well. But that is all I had to say, so we'll just jump right into the video. So I'm going to start with brows. I usually already have my brows done, but I do have a brow product I want to talk to you guys about. So I generally use the Anastasia Beverly Hills pomade. That one is the dip brow one, and that one costs about $21. So if you guys are familiar with my channel, I've been using the ABH one for years and years, and I just recently ran out, and I didn't want to spend the $21 again because it is pricier, even though it does last a long time, I will say that. But there are just so many dupes to it now. Like, I feel like every single brand has a pomade, and the new dupe for the ABH dip brow, I have the Morphe brow cream in the shade Almond. The Morphe brow cream is $6, so it's a big price difference in comparison to the ABH one. So this product is really easy to work with, just like the ABH one, and I kind of find that it's even a little more creamier than the ABH one. The ABH one does dry up really quickly. Even after a few uses, you notice that it's just a little drier than when you first bought it. This one I've been using for quite a while now, and it still is super creamy, and I really like that because it just makes it so much easier and quicker to do my brows. I actually want to talk about my new favorite brow pencil. It's the ColourPop Brow Boss in the shade light brown. So I have been obsessed with this. I'm mostly a pomade kind of girl, but I have been loving this pencil, and this just reminded me a great dupe for the Anastasia Brow Wiz. It is the same exact thing, guys. I haven't used the Brow Wiz in a while, but when I did use it, I know I love that pencil. It is just as creamy, but not so creamy where it's like it's gonna slide all over the place. And also I have used the NYX micro pencil, I think it's called, and that one is so dry I can barely like fill my brows in with that because it is so rough on your skin. But this one, guys, it is an exact dupe for the ABH Brow Wiz. It is the same thing, but I'm just gonna fill in my brows with the pencil, and I just outlined my brow with the pomade. So and don't worry about concealers. I'm going to talk about that when I get to the concealer portion of it because I have a great concealer dupe. So the next dupe I want to talk about is for the MAC Pro Longwear paint pots. If you guys don't remember those, those were super popular in like 2016, I want to say, like early on in the YouTube game. Everyone used to have these paint pots. They were great for priming the eyelids. Everyone used them. It really helped your eyeshadow last all day and just give beautiful pigment to them. It came to a point where I was just like, you know, there's so many other eye primers. A lot of people use concealers. I use concealers. And then one day I saw this amazing dupe, and it is the e.l.f. Putty Eye Primer. So this one, it even looks the same as the MAC one does. It comes in a little jar like this, and I got this one, and this one reminds me of the soft ochre one that I used to get. And I would say that this one, the e.l.f. one, is a lot creamier than the MAC ones used to be. The MAC ones used to be a little drier, but it gives the same results and the same payoff when you apply it. It just leaves a beautiful clean base, and I'm telling you guys, I cannot tell a difference between the e.l.f. one and the MAC one. It is ridiculous how identical they are. So I'm just gonna put a little on. So the next dupe I have is actually for the Stila Glitter and Glow liquid eyeshadow. Not this size because this was a travel size, but just the normal size one is $24. Now the dupe I found in which the pigment is so similar is the e.l.f. liquid glitter eyeshadow. So this is only $5 in comparison to $24. So major difference. And as you can see here, I'm not completely done with my eyeshadow. I just have it laid on here. It's super easy and they are so similar, guys. The formula is almost identical. The formula sticks amazing and it dries super quickly and it is so long lasting. So really pretty, really love it. So I'm just gonna apply this to this eye so you guys can see. Okay guys, so I just did my eyes off camera and it looks so pretty. I absolutely love the glitter eyeshadow. It is bomb. So let me move on to skin, which is my favorite part. So the next dupe I have is for the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. So that is such a huge success here on YouTube. Everybody raves about it just because it helps your makeup last all day. And although it's an amazing product, I just hate using it because it is so pricey, and I found a dupe for it, which I was super excited about. So the dupe I found is the e.l.f. Jelly Pop Dew Primer. So it's this little guy here. I've used it on my channel a bunch in the past and it is the exact same thing, same formula. It even has very similar ingredients as the Hydro Grip Primer does, and I wrote down some notes on here for the ingredients just because they are so similar, and I'm not kidding. Okay, so the ingredients in the Jelly Pop one, it has vitamins A, C, and E plus hyaluronic acid and watermelon extract, which you can tell the watermelon extract is in here because it smells delicious. I usually hate scented products, but this smells so good. So it has really beneficial ingredients in it. It gives such a natural dew to the skin, so it leaves it a little luminous but not too much, and it just, like I said, when you first apply it, it'll feel so tacky, so it completely grips your foundation and makes it last all day. The Jelly Pop Primer is only $8 and the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer is $30. So I would get my hands on it if possible. So I'm just going to use this to prime my face really quickly. The next dupe I have is for the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. That product is so expensive, the most expensive product that I am duping today. It is ridiculous, but it works well for the pore area. And if you guys have watched my channel, you guys know the dupe I have is the e.l.f. Poreless Base Putty Primer. So this one is my baby. I have been using it on my channel so consistently. I need to not do it so often because I'm sure you guys are getting sick of it, but I love it so much. It is such a dupe for it. They even look the exact same. It feels the same. I will say the e.l.f. one is a little more creamier, just a little easier to blend out, but it still has that beautiful coverage. It smooths out the under eye. That is where I place it. I just put it in my under eye area where I tend to have more pores, and I use the Tatcha the same way. The e.l.f. one also does come in a luminous version and a matte version, so it's according to your skin type, which is really nice. You can have the perfect primer. The e.l.f. Putty Primer is $8. The Tatcha Silk Canvas one is $52, like I mentioned earlier. There's really no debate as to which one you should be buying. You should be getting this one. I don't think any primer is worth $50. So the next dupe I have is for the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place foundation. So this foundation, guys, I have been using since I started using makeup. I think this is the first high-end foundation I ever bought. So this is $43. The dupe I have for this, which you guys have seen on my channel before, is the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation. So I consistently use both. So I absolutely love the two, and basically when I tried the NYX one, I did a review on it on my channel and I fell in love with it. Although it's mattifying and full coverage AF, it still leaves your skin looking gorgeous, which is something that Estee Lauder one does that I feel like no other foundation does until the NYX one came along. But this one just takes the cake as a dupe because it is the same effect. It's so full coverage and nice. Mattifying, you're not going to get oily throughout the day. It lasts forever. It's waterproof, like transfer resistant, it's everything. It also photographs beautifully, and those are all the things that the Estee Lauder one does. I literally cannot tell the difference between the two. So I'm going to use my dupe NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop on my skin today, and I'm gonna go dampen my beauty sponge, so I'll be right back. So for concealer, the product I am duping is the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. The dupe I have for the Born This Way concealer is the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer. And is that a surprise to you guys? Probably not, because I have been using this concealer for so long now. I have been obsessed with it, guys. It is the perfect concealer. It's so full coverage. It's a little bit, since it's so full coverage, I feel like it's supposed to be a little bit more drying, and it is, but it's so easy to blend out and it doesn't cling to anything under the eyes, which is the exact same thing that the Born This Way one does. So very, very similar. It's just the most beautiful coverage. And if you are someone that is on the drier side and you don't want your under eyes to, you know, be feeling dry or anything, the e.l.f. one does even have a hydrating 16-hour camo concealer. So you get the best of both worlds. You can still have the full coverage, but just with more hydration. So the Too Faced Born This Way concealer is $29. The e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer is $6. That is a major, major price difference. So but the next dupe I have is for the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Translucent Powder. If you guys are familiar with my channel, you guys already know I am obsessed with that powder. It is beautiful for the under eye area. It smooths it out completely, photographs beautifully, has no flashback, and it just literally looks like you face tuned your under eyes just because of how gorgeous it smooths it out. So the dupe I have for the Huda Easy Bake Translucent Powder is the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. I have the shade 15, which is light. I should get one that's just one shade darker because this is a little bit too bright, but since I am paler, I feel like it'll be fine. So this smooths out your under eye completely. It feels the same. This one has no scent. The Huda Beauty one has a very strong scent, so if you're someone like me who's very sensitive, you'll actually prefer the Maybelline one because it's unscented, but it gives the same effect, which I absolutely love. So the Maybelline Loose Finishing Powder is $7.99 on Ulta.com. The Huda Beauty one, it's only $34, which is not really bad for a high-end product like that, especially for how great it is. Let me set the rest of my face, and let's just dust it off now. So I don't have any other dupes for the face. I only have a setting spray dupe. So let me go do the rest of my face off camera and I will be right back with the next. Okay guys, so I completed my makeup, but I have one more dupe for you guys. So the next dupe I have and the last dupe I have is for the I keep saying MAC Fix Plus Setting Finish, MAC Fix Plus Setting Spray. So that is an OG as well. It has been around for forever, and I actually purchased it a few times until I realized that there were so many alternatives to it. I haven't bought it in a while, but when I purchased this, it instantly reminded me of the MAC Fix Plus. So I have the dupe, and it is the Milani Make It Last Setting Spray. So I purchased this from Ulta a little while ago, and I tried it not even that long ago, but literally the minute I put it on, I was like, wow, this is identical to the MAC Fix Plus. But yeah, it feels the same, and it kind of just locks in the makeup. I love the spray of it too, and I also love the spray of the MAC Fix Plus one because it just sprays so nicely. Some of them are very harsh and bulky, and you can see like droplets on your skin. The only difference I will say is that it actually helps make my makeup last all day. It does say it's a 16-hour wear, and of course it says make it last, so it's supposed to help your makeup last longer. The MAC Fix Plus I mostly feel is just to kind of refresh the skin. So the Milani Make It Last is $9.99 and the MAC Fix Plus is $28. I personally love both of them just the same, but really this one just helps my makeup last all day, so I'm gonna apply that. So that is it. That is all the dupes I have for today's video. These are all new that I found throughout the years because, like I said, my last dupes video was in like 2017, I want to say, 2018. So it's been a hot minute since I've done a dupes video, but all these products are so identical, guys, I can't even tell the difference. But yeah, that is pretty much it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys next time.